Good morning, Black and White Nation. Brace yourselves, because the transfer news hitting today is going to shake everyone. Newcastle United has just signed Jacob Ramsey from Aston Villa for £39 million. That's right, the deal that's making waves has just been made official. I'm Rodrigo, and you're watching Newcastle Mania, the channel made by fans, for fans, who are truly passionate about Newcastle United. Blink and you've missed it. Newcastle is making headlines everywhere. And check this out, before we dive into the hottest detail of the day, we're going to break down the whole deal, the behind the scenes, and what's happening in the corridors at both Villa Park and St. James Park. But first, just a quick word. Remember those Chelsea fans who said this channel wasn't growing because our fan base is too small? Well, they are starting to go quiet, because our numbers are growing. So let's keep pushing. If you love Newcastle and want to prove them wrong once and for all, hit that subscribe button right now. It costs nothing, but sends a message. Let's hit 1,000 subscribers together and show them what the true black and white army is made of. Jacob Ramsey, a graduate of the Aston Villa Academy since the age of 6, a rising star of English football, and now Newcastle's new signing. But this isn't just a transfer, it's a statement in the market and a clear message about how financial rules are shaping modern football. Just a few hours after Newcastle confirmed Ramsey's signing, Damien Vidagany, Aston Villa's chief football operations officer, didn't hold back and delivered a statement that grabbed the attention of the whole English football world. He spoke about the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules, the famous PSR, and explained how these rules are pressuring clubs like Villa to make decisions that, in his view, go against the very essence of the game. According to Vidagany, these rules end up forcing clubs to sell homegrown talent simply to balance the books. And he made it very clear, the system is killing a bit of the spirit of football. He argued that it's not just a financial issue, it directly interferes with a natural cycle of player development within clubs. He continued, it's not natural. It breaks the cycle, affects wage inflation, and forces deals that wouldn't happen naturally in the market. In other words, Ramsey didn't leave Aston Villa out of his own desire or to seek new challenges. He was pushed out by financial pressures. Vidagany also talked about the impact this situation has on club planning. According to him, clubs with fewer resources struggle more to comply with these rules, meaning they are often forced to sell players they develop from the academy, even if the club still needs them. He described it as an artificial limitation, putting numbers and finances ahead of the heart and history of the club. In short, Vidagany's statement reveals a side of modern football that fans often don't see. Transfers aren't always about what the player or the club wants. Often, they are dictated by rules and financial pressures that shape the fate of a homegrown star. And Ramsey is a perfect example. Pure talent, young, club developed, but forced out by a system that prioritizes finances over passion. And on social media, the reaction was instant. The news of Jacob Ramsey's departure shook fans from both clubs in a big way. Aston Villa supporters didn't hide their frustration and sadness. Many remembered when Ramsey came through the academy, grew up at Villa Park, and became one of the team's key players. For them, seeing a homegrown talent leave due to financial rules is painful. It feels like the very spirit of football is being sacrificed. On the other hand, Newcastle fans were over the moon. Seeing a talented, young player, already ready for Premier League action, joined the Magpies as a cause for celebration. Social media was buzzing with comments celebrating Ramsey's arrival, highlighting his potential to strengthen Eddie Howe's squad and help the club compete at the highest level this season. And it wasn't just the fans reacting. The media also jumped in quickly. Newspapers, websites, and pundits highlighted Damien Vidagany's statement, pointing out how the Aston Villa director exposed the tough reality of the Premier League financial rules, the famous PSR. Many journalists noted that Vidagany's frank words sparked a bigger discussion, how smaller clubs struggle to keep their academy talent amid financial constraints and system pressures. On Twitter, X, and football forums, the response was mixed. Some showed solidarity with Villa, understanding that Ramsey didn't leave out of his own choice, while others celebrated Newcastle's signing, recognizing that the Tyneside club sees a market opportunity. But one thing was clear, Ramsey's departure sparked conversations, debates, and passionate discussions among fans, showing this transfer isn't just about numbers, it's about stories, emotions, and club identity. In short, the The reaction was broad and multifaceted. There was sadness, celebration, criticism of the financial system, and a sense that modern football sometimes puts rules and money above the hearts that grew with the club. And it's precisely situations like this that make us think, how far can passion for a club survive the pressures of the market? Let's put it in context. Ramsey made 167 appearances for Villa, debuted in 2019, and was developing into a key player. But the pressure to comply with PSR and UEFA squad cost rules, SCR, forced the club's hand. It's a story that repeats itself. Smaller budget clubs are often compelled to sell their academy stars to survive. Newcastle, of course, didn't hesitate to take the opportunity. And let's not forget, Ramsey is young, only 24, but has plenty of experience. He joins Newcastle ready to contribute. Eddie Howe gains a midfielder with quality, technique, and game vision. Ramsey isn't just a prospect. He's a player who can decide matches and bring balance to the middle of the park, a signing that promises to energize St. James Park. It's also interesting to note that Newcastle knows the situation well. Last summer, the club faced something similar when Elliot Anderson left for Nottingham Forest. The impact is comparable, losing a homegrown player due to financial pressures and rules demanding immediate profit. Even for bigger clubs, navigating the PSR rules is a real challenge. And now, fans, the big question, what comes next after Ramsey's move to Newcastle? First, he has already completed his medicals and is officially ready to join the squad. But his arrival raises several important questions. At Aston Villa, how will the club restructure without one of their key young talents? Ramsey was a central figure in midfield, and now they need solutions, whether promoting someone from the academy, adjusting tactics, or seeking reinforcements in the transfer market. Exits like this are never simple, and the pressure to balance the squad and maintain Premier League performance will increase. For Newcastle, integrating Ramsey needs to be fast. The league is underway, and every training session, every minute on the pitch counts. Eddie Howe will need to find the best way to fit him into the team, ensuring he adapts to the club style, understands the squad's dynamics, and starts contributing straight away. But there's a bigger picture here. This deal clearly shows Newcastle's strategy. The club is alert to market opportunities, looking for young, talented players with growth potential. It's not just about strengthening the squad now. It's about building a stronger Newcastle for the future without compromising financial stability. It's a move that combines sporting vision with market intelligence, essential for clubs wanting to compete with the Premier League giants. And of course, this sets a precedent for future deals. Other smaller clubs may be forced to sell their academy stars, while Newcastle shows it's ready to seize these moments and strengthen its squad. Every decision now can have a direct impact not just this season, but for years to come, both on the pitch and in the transfer market. And to close with a flourish, Ramsey's message on Instagram left no doubt. He loves Aston Villa but is ready for the next chapter at Newcastle. He wrote about his journey, the emotions of growing up at the club, and thanked everyone who supported him. It's an emotional farewell and a sign that great moments are ahead for him in Tyneside. So there you have it. Family, Jacob Ramsey is officially ours. A signing that shows market vision, squad quality, and, of course, brings emotion for all of us. And now I want to know from you, what do you think about Ramsey joining Newcastle? Will he make an immediate difference? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Oh, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of what promises to be a historic season. Here on Newcastle Mania, we'll follow every chapter of this Newcastle story together. Until next time, family, hoey the lads.